Don't worry about my face. I just need a little vino. It's fine. She's like, why is it sandy? Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Spider-Noir. We're on episode 3, which is called Double Cross. So the last episode, we had Ben investigating more about what happened to the Sandman. He was hired by Felicia to find out what happened to him because he disappeared. And through that, he discovered that the Sandman, as well as Budget Johnny Storm from episode 1, were all part of the same military unit, that the same war that he went to apparently as well. And so there's definitely a correlation between the fact that they both have powers and they were both part of this unit. And then on the other side of things, we had the reporter also following up on what happened to Budget Johnny Storm. And through that, he met the big black guy from the picture, who I'm assuming also has powers, but we weren't aware of we didn't get to see what they were yet. But through the black guy, we were able to find out that the Sandman is hiding out because his transformation is becoming less controlled. And we also found out that apparently they were told that they were not going to live long based on whatever happened. So definitely a backstory what happened with this particular crew, and it makes me wonder how many more of them there are, but I feel like the photo only focused on about 4 of them. So anyway, maybe this is actually the origin story of Ben's powers now that I think about it. But anyway, so that kind of happened, and then Ben went back and got the suit and put it on again because Silvermane threatened his secretary, and Ben really intended to only put it on in order to protect his secretary, but in the end he ended up accidentally subverting a whole covert op that the cops had set up to catch Silvermane in trafficking illegal alcohol. And so now he's obviously aware that the whole thing was a setup, and he probably is now not going to go to jail for that. So we saw at the end of the episode that Ben was feeling a bit like, oh no, like I donned the suit again, which I said I wouldn't do. And what's worse is that I might have thwarted an opportunity to get a criminal behind bars. So yeah, I think this episode is going to be more about Ben deciding whether or not the suit is a good idea and what he's going to do. I do think he just needs to commit and figure out this whole thing, between taking Silvermane down and also figuring out what's going on with these mutants, and how many more are there, and do they need to be looked at? Like, are they going to be a problem? So ready to jump into this episode. Just before I do, I remind you to please hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be on the know of when I drop episodes, and also you can catch this as an uncut reaction on my Patreon. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now.
Not that I don't believe you, but...
No, the desk was like that before.
I am not talking about the desk, and you know it.
She came back, though.
Besides, his wife knew exactly what he was up to. She seemed to be doing just fine living it up at the Jeffrey Hotel.
Who wouldn't?
Son of a bitch.
Now you can recognize the black guy.
He's the one who pointed me to Addison's widow.
So he knows both Addison and Flint Marco.
Most likely.
I'm gonna go find this guy again.
He's like, I smell the trail. Follow the trail. Follow the news.
Our units were segregated, so this guy couldn't have served directly with Addison and Flint. How come they're all in the same picture?
Good point.
Sometimes I think you forget I do this for a living.
Oh, shush, Ben.
Why.
Right? That's actually, yeah, I keep forgetting that they're actually talking about race in this. It's very different from Marvel. Usually it's either mutant and human.
We have someone in common.
In that case, welcome. What happened to your muscle? Couldn't find a woman to push around?
Oh!
Come on, Riley, I've got a job for you.
He's like, don't shoot them yet.
I'll take that apology now.
Yes. Written in cursive 500 times.
After me little run-in with your pal the Spider, I really see the value of having friends with superpowers.
There you go.
But right now, I need your help
Who's snob?
with a rat problem. You see, somebody sent Addison to burn down my house.
Deserved.
I thought it might be a guy on my payroll, Flint Marco. He's been acting strange lately too.
You just want to find Flint.
Are dead at the hands of the rat. I want you to find out who it is.
I wouldn't take jobs from this man, but I feel like you can't say no.
But the only thing you can trust is human nature.
You ain't wrong.
People lie, Riley.
Yeah, like you.
Only money tells the truth.
If you think so.
There'll be a bonus if you finish the job.
Don't wink at me. Ew. But she's like, anyway, I got bills to pay.
People lie. Only money tells the truth. The hell does that mean?
Must be something rich people say at cocktail
It's
parties.
something he uses to excuse his behavior. Counterfeit.
Crafty bastard marks all of his bills. Do we still have any of that money from Cat Hardy?
We oughta. Unless you've been sneaking off to gamble on horses.
He doesn't look the type to do that at all.
Anything?
Bingo.
Interesting. How would he have handled it today when none of our money actually goes through hands as much anymore? I shouldn't say none, but I feel like for millennials and younger, cash is very rarely used in this part of the world anyway.
What's your name, sweetheart?
Officer Batnick with the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association. Can I trouble you for the
So quick.
numbers of the boys that came in from last night's raid?
Patrolman Jones is right.
No, the 1920s old timey-wimey voice. See, I was in the war, see?
Now, I'm here on behalf of the union to ensure that our city's esteemed officers are properly compensated for their injuries.
Right.
You got no choice in the matter.
Been there, see?
See?
Orders are
See?
orders. See?
Mm-hmm.
Pinning on me is bullshit. They want to blame anyone? You should be talking to
Two?
Lieutenant Dunn. Well, let's just call
Hey, you can't say this man didn't do his detective work. Peter Parker could learn a few things.
now lay injured all over this hospital.
Was he shot in the
Does that
butt?
sound fair to them?
I get orders like everybody else.
He shot in the ass.
Do I need to remind you that you're lying on your stomach with a bullet stuck in your ass?
Orders came straight from Mayor Morris. There are no questions left to ask.
Mayor himself, huh?
Mm-hmm. The very mayor that was trying to buy off Felicity.
2 payphones down this morning. This one and the one across from the delicatessen.
And the guy votes 10 cents.
Guess it's not broken. I lied.
I lied.
I like seeing that they're showing Ben is quick, he's quick-witted and that he's got sleuth skills. I feel like that in a lot of the Spider-Man, well, I mean, most of our Spider-Man movies have been when Peter's been young, but Black Mother, what? Calm down, sir. Oh gosh. But yeah, I was saying that they don't show enough of the fact that Peter was actually a really good investigative reporter. Police brutality. Uh-oh. Okay, the powers are about to come out. Of course, we ran out of film now. Don't expose him, brother. It's the downside of black and white. I don't know if his skin tone changed. He still looks black, though. Oh, Sandman's back. And he looks like he's ready to play. Another perfect action shot. Hire this man for all the Marvel movies. Like
Carmody. You know him? A man's unctuous, more pinniped than human.
Do you think he knows what the word unctuous means?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. It's breaking and entering.
A tip from Morris's office that he scheduled a meeting with the girl.
He called her.
She called him. I'd meet with her too, wouldn't you?
Uh-oh. Mutants! Mutants!
Is there a back way out of here?
Interesting. I can't tell now if it's the mutants that set him off or his actual spidey senses. That looks like it was his actual spidey senses. And they definitely work differently than Peter's.
Have you found Flint?
Working a few leads, but nothing concrete.
See what you did there.
You didn't like hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
The part where you're not doing the job I hired you for, or the part where you're working for Silvermane?
No, the part about the rat.
And what about the mayor?
What about him?
Booze is Silvermane's bread and butter. Mayor's calling for an end of prohibition. Bragging about the raid doesn't look good. You fraternizing with the enemy the other night. I'm trying to help you.
Are you?
He'll get rid of 50 if it means he's sure he's got the one. It's too easy to get caught in the crossfire when that happens. Try to remember that.
He's like, well, thank you. I am a spider, so I'm all right. This little light flirtation between the two of them is cute. I like that it's not heavy-handed. It's just like mildly implied.
You need to watch your mouth.
I have heard that, yes.
Nah.
I don't care if Silvermane hired you. I'm gonna find the rat and put him in the ground.
Sure.
Well, if you need a little help from a professional in that effort, I could speed things up a bit.
Right, he's like, I'm a professional.
Not for nothing, of course.
I'm a businessman.
There's nothing worse than a man that's only loyal to money.
Isn't that your boss? Interesting line, though.
I don't care whose favorite lounge singer they are. You come to me first.
Glad that he recognizes that Ben is capable.
At one point, he had half a dozen cops on him, whacking him with nightsticks, but he was indestructible.
I remember the good old days where nightsticks was the worst that a cop had on him.
God, man, his hands were like boulders.
Wait, Flint? You're saying Flint Marco was there?
Yippers!
Marco Addison and your Lincoln fellow were all POWs together. That photo Ben found was from the day they were rescued.
Dark room photos right now.
What don't you want her to know? Were you a POW?
3 POWs from the same camp with super abilities isn't a coincidence. So what aren't you telling me?
I can't get into it right now.
Why?
She's close with Flint, and he served with Addison.
You sure?
She's the only one who connects all the pieces. Winston's only a step away, and if he finds out she was behind it...
She's a goner. Look at who he's transferring his protective energy to. Couldn't save his girl, so now Kat's the object of that.
Get your goddamn paws off me.
Take it easy, pal. Just trying to make a living.
That was a distraction and it worked. A real pickpocket would never be that sloppy, bro. Come on. I hope that's your food you're eating. Nope, just old, what do you call it? Room service.
I'm not interested in talking. I wasn't with the last guy, and I'm not now.
Even if you're the one in danger?
Stakes up?
What if I told you I knew that it was Cat Hardy?
You're here for her, not me. And if you're protecting her, I've got a proposition for you.
Let's hear.
Pay me $1,000, and I'm gone.
Liar.
I'll get you your money. You just stay out of trouble until then.
Damn, Addison was married to a true scammer. He could have learned from her.
10-year-old Irish pot's still whiskey. Not what you're used to, but I'm sure you can live with it.
Maybe he doesn't like Irish whiskey.
Must be nice. Not having to look over your shoulder.
Well, you know.
So unconcerned with your possessions, because you have so little.
It actually is a nicer life.
You know what entropy is, Riley?
As a matter of fact, I do.
But like I said, you're lucky. You don't have anything anyone wants to take.
Oh, that's what you think, huh?
And if someone should come to you saying they have all the answers, know that they're lying.
Okay.
You know who it is, don't you?
I just might. Making sure he can sneak in later.
Tell me the story. So the cops came in frothing at the mouth.
He's about to give this story to somebody else.
Superpowers. Just like the spider. Before the asshole decided to take a powder. Someone should have told him a depression was coming. Write it up. I want to go with this in the next edition.
Say, am I getting my old desk back to write?
Did he say you could have your desk back?
Well, let's not run before we can walk.
Yeah, he's just going to take your story and ditch you.
It'll be off the books. On the QT. But
You ain't getting
bring me
paid.
more like this. Then we talk about bringing you back full time.
Don't do it.
Good to see you again, Walters.
I mean, I guess he's got to pay his rent, but...
Okay.
That was deliciously petty. Thank you. Okay, that swinging looks so much better than episode 1. Getting a little rust out of your arms, huh? Didn't realize they had lights. Oh, my man sleeps with the piece right next to him. He said it's the Glock and me. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night and seeing just 2 glowing eyes in the darkness. Like, that would give me an actual heart attack. He may kill Silvermane just from that. What are they supposed to be watching? Oh. Nice. The precision. He can use spidey senses to pick You're on the wrong line of work, Ben. This should have been the Spider International Thief. It is so interesting that for Ben, it looks like his powers actually cause him pain. It's never been displayed that way with Peter.
Boys!
No one's here.
Think it was the wind. We'll check it again.
Man's quick on the draw. You didn't look all the way up. I'm all the way up, period. Right now, Ben's like, my back can't handle this.
I taught you well.
Thought so. Don't worry about my face. I just need a little vino. It's fine. She's like, why is it Sandy?
It's all right. I never should have run, but I'm back now.
Are you?
Whatever it is, it can be fixed.
No, I don't want to fix it. And I don't care about Silver.
Let's go.
Care about what you think you owe him. I just want us to be together.
Oh dear.
If you really love me, you won't ask any questions. You'll just leave with me.
That would be a very smart thing for you to do.
Done.
Really? Yeah, really?
Like a bag.
I don't trust it. It's Sandy! It's Sandy!
Are you okay?
Nope.
No.
Just you know, can you get me some water?
No, stop, please, stop, please.
I can't! There's no turning it off.
But why do we destroy the wall?
Kidding myself, I could have this life. I could have you.
I mean, she's here. But I mean, I guess they're kind of insinuating that he has violent tendencies when he shifts, in which case him leaving her alone is for the best. Like, he's not hurting her now, but it could change.
As promised.
Look at me, and I'm just working there.
He's adorable.
Will reveal two violent monsters looking to harm all they came across.
I never called them monsters.
Yep.
Only with the help of a heroic police force did the residents escape with
Of course. What did you think was going to come out of that article?
He took my name and put it on a bunch of lies.
Welcome to the system.
Pictures are great.
Yeah, they were. They were great pictures.
Deal's a deal. You know what to do.
I think she's greedy and she's going to try to get a payout from Silvermane as well. And it's probably going to end her life, but that's what happens when you greedy. Ben, you accounted for the cops, but you didn't account for Silvermane's people.
Unhand my shoulder or lose your nose.
It's the mayor.
So the mayor's got thugs now? Like, what the hell?
I want a line to the spider.
The guy from 5 years ago? I thought he was dead.
The lying so easily.
Whatever your deal is with him, that's your business. You just tell your buddy that I need to talk to him.
Or what?
Is that why you're picking a fight with Silvermane? Didn't he bankroll your first campaign?
Oh, T.
He's a ruthless criminal who has squeezed this city long enough.
AKA, you don't want to pay him anymore.
Get me in touch with the spider. Make yourself a new friend.
And if I don't? Damn, he's being pulled in all three directions now. This is crazy. He's been hired by Cat, Silvermane, and the mayor.
Just shush. Get out or you're coming with me.
I love that he gave her a choice. He said, get your stupid head out of here. Get your bags.
You found Addison through Flint and paid him to bomb Silvermane's mansion. You tipped off Morris about the booze shipment. You're Silvermane's rat. The only thing I don't know is why.
To break the hold.
Silvermane treats me like a damn doll. Flint thinks I'm afraid of him, and you think I'm a killer. I am done with people telling me who I am and what I get to do.
Period.
Look, a bonus. I guess I am the luckiest guy in New York.
You were sloppy, Ben.
Should have known you were in it together.
Together?
Now the boss can take care of both of you.
Oh, is this where we dump the bodies? Perfect. It's dark enough that I might be able to do my spider thing before anyone figures it out. I feel like she's going to figure it out, though.
You didn't think you'd be seeing her again, did you?
I hoped.
She didn't want to talk, but she came around. Right?
That man needs to be castrated before killed.
What'd I tell you, huh? You can dress up a stray dog however you like, it'll still bite you.
Really?
It's not me.
Lying to the end, huh?
It's you. I've been saying this guy is shady.
It's a good story. I'll give you that. You got proof?
Exactly.
She couldn't quite manage to blow it all. Too bad, huh?
Those are unmarked bills, though. She's not going to think it's coming from him. Just regular bills inside of his safe.
Where does your money come from, Winston?
Exactly. From me directly.
That's right. Me. Did you know that I mark all my bills?
Ben's like, I did. I knew that. I knew that.
Guess where I mark yours?
What?
You got set up. Oh no! I thought you were smart.
There's nothing worse than a man who's only loyal to money. You son of a bitch.
Too late.
You set me up.
What? Like you did me?
Only money tells the truth.
Right?
You lying bitch! I'll rip your goddamn...
Oh! Oh, wow. You know what, Silvermane? That was pretty slick. I gotta give you props.
You good with a shovel, Riley?
As a matter of fact, I can be, if necessary.
We'll be needing another grave.
He killed the widow. He killed the widow, guys. Relax. It was the widow. It was the widow, because obviously she's the one who incentivized her husband to set his house on fire, and she's a loose end. And as you can see, she got loose lips. We don't want that. Okay, guys. Well, that's what we're talking about with the double cross. Very well played. One thing I really like about this show and this episode in particular is we've got some really great witty dialogue. And, you know, I think that's it works really well because we've got Nicolas Cage playing this leading role. And this is no shade to Mr. Cage, but, you know, he's not the youngest actor in the world, right? This man is over 50. So, and he's never, well, I shouldn't say that. He's been an action star, but not the typical action star, right? For those who know who Nick Cage is in his career, you know that he's been in action movies, but it's not like a Tom Cruise or a Will Smith type action star, right? He's not the guy who's buffing up and doing all the stunts and stuff. He's been more of like the guy who'll hold the guns or you know, be the diabolical mastermind type of action film, right? So all that to say that I really didn't expect a, you know, over 60 Nick Cage to be wanting to do a heavy action role right now, especially one that would be a Marvel caliber. So I really like that they're showing that Ben is not a typical Spider for us, in the sense that he's not going to be doing a ton of action. We've seen some. Last episode he did some fight scenes, but he's not going to be doing a lot of the agility and things like that you would see from potentially what we've seen of a Peter Parker. Instead, this is his biggest weapon, right? And so as I mentioned earlier in the episode, I really like that they're showing that Ben is a sleuth. He actually is a detective, and the Spider stuff helps him with obviously things that he wants to do as far as the crime fighting. Obviously also used to help him as well as with the cases he wants to investigate, but it's not what he leans on to be successful. He uses his brain. He puts the dots together. And I love that, you know, that little joke he had with his secretary earlier when he's like, you know, I do this for a living, right? And she was like, yeah, sometimes, you know, you make me forget because you make dumb choices. But honestly, I think it's because since last episode, you probably noticed that Ben's not drinking as much, right? He's still drinking, but he's not drinking as much. He's now starting to lock in because there's something that he needs to lock into, right? Like he wants to protect the people, like he wants to protect his people, he wants to protect himself, and he is curious as to what's going on with these people with powers. So now that he's actually got something to truly focus on that he feels matters, he's locking back in, and his detective brain, you know, had a few cobwebs, no pun intended, it had a few cobwebs on it, but he's kind of blowing them off now and kind of getting back into that mindset of figuring things out and putting the pieces together. And we see that from this, he figured out that the mole, didn't I say this last episode? I'm pretty sure the mole is the guy who's his right-hand man. Like that makes more sense to me because that's someone he, you know, that's in a very good position next to Silvermane. But you know, is also far enough removed they could get away with it. Now, in this case, he wasn't actually the person who was doing it. I still think he was dirty, though. I do think he was doing some things, but in this case, Kat was the person who did pay her. But we haven't gotten into the whys. That's probably going to come in the next episode or a couple of episodes. But my guess is, since they confirmed in this episode that Kat is in fact in love with Sandman, we don't know why the Sandman feels loyal to Silvermane, right? I think last episode they were saying something like Silvermane offered them a job when they came back because, you know how it goes. Like there's been an age-old story with the US, unfortunately, that when their veterans come back, they're kind of just ditched, right? A lot of them don't get any support for whatever they might have gone through, like especially those who have any type of mental health issues after or physical issues after. They kind of feel like they're kind of dumped, right? We've heard a lot of stories of veterans saying that they've had to struggle to find work or find ways to get by after no longer being able to be in the active service anymore. So kind of the same thing, it sounds like, you know, these guys came back from the war after whatever happened in that POW camp, and they didn't really have any options. They were kind of left to the wind, and then Silvermane showed up like this dark knight to help them and give them a job and let them have a way to live. So clearly there's some type of loyalty that Sandman feels to Silvermane, but we see that Kat is very aware of the fact that Silvermane is not, like he's not on the level, that this isn't benevolence or kindness. Everyone to him is just a puppet on a string until he no longer needs them. And then you saw how easily he shot that guy who who knows how long he's been by his side and probably was loyal for the most part. But just like that, bullet to the side, dead, don't care, right? So Kat wants to get Sandman away. She wants Flint to get away from this man. She's like, I don't care about the lifestyle. Like, my guess is like I said, we don't have the details, but just extrapolating, I think that obviously Flint is who got in touch with Silvermane first. Flint fell in love with Kat, figured out a way to get Kat an opportunity to do well and to have a level of luxury in life. But the downside was she basically had to be Silvermane's canary. And she was like, yeah, maybe at first it seemed like a good idea, but the more she got to see of Flint and the lifestyle and what he was capable, of Silvermane, the more she got to see what his world is really about and how narcissistic and dangerous he was. She was like, wait, I don't think it's worth all that. Like, maybe we need to just get away from this man, right? But obviously we see that for the reasons I already mentioned, Flint was apprehensive to do that. And now with this, these manifestation of his powers coming out, as I said, they haven't really said it explicitly, but it almost feels like he gets violent tendencies when he transforms. So if he's having like this Hulk-like side effect to becoming the Sandman, as I said, it's not going to be safe for not only Kat, but anybody else around him. So it sounds like Flint is now feeling like, okay, well, even if I did want to run away with you, I can't control this. And what if we run away and then I turn and something happens, then what, So yeah, it's kind of sadly a one big maelstrom of mess in that, Kat just really wants her man. She's like, I don't care about the life. I don't care about the money anymore. Like, let's just go. But Flint feels trapped not only by his loyalty and I think also low-key fear of Silvermane because he could probably track them down, but also he doesn't know what's going on with him. And I think he feels like maybe if Kat stays with Silvermane, at least she'll be taken care of financially if he has to disappear or he's no longer around. So yeah, we see there's a kind of a whole subplot going on there with why Kat was involving herself. I don't think she has anything against Silvermane directly, but I think with her going to Addison's wife to get her to get Addison to go and try to take down Flint, it would be like this big bad that, it seemed like it was the right thing to do, right? Because getting rid of Silvermane seemed like there was nothing but benefits to that, right? The crime in the city goes down. Addison is no longer under, well, actually, Addison wasn't under his thumb, was he? Yeah, no, well, Flint would no longer be under thumb. Kat would no longer be under thumb. Like, it just seemed like it was a win-win, but obviously things did not go according to plan, and hence this mess that keeps going up the chain. So kudos again to Ben for figuring out how these all kind of fit together, but also figuring out that if the right-hand guy to to Silvermane was also watching him and also in the doghouse with Silvermane over what happened at the warehouse, he knew, smartly Ben figured out, I got to find a way to get the heat off of Kat and I need to find a fall guy for it. So this guy is going to have to be it because he's going to be up my ass anyways, right? So got to give kudos to Ben because with this move of transferring and framing the right-hand guy, not only did he get by Kat at least a few more days, but he also was able to get Silvermane to loosely believe that he can trust Riley, right? Again, I think he's going to have his eye on both Riley and Kat going forward, but we all know that at the beginning of episode 2, he wanted Riley dead. Now, Riley's turned out to be quote unquote trustworthy. So that at least bought him a little bit more time where Silvermane's concerned and more time to figure things out. Speaking of things of trustworthy people, the mayor has now decided he wants Riley because Riley is the person who has the connection to the spider. And he's like, look, I need to win this election. Basically what I took from it is that he and Silvermane were in bed until Silvermane started to want to do what he wanted to do. And the mayor don't like that anymore. So now he's thinking if I get a superpower person on my side, then I can have something to go up against Silvermane and I can do what I want. Obviously, my guy, Ben doesn't want to be at all part of it, but it's the mayor, and the mayor can obviously make life very difficult for him as far as his business and other things. So he kind of has to play along for now, but it doesn't add another layer of strings that Ben has to worry about. And so I'm not sure he's going to juggle that side of it, but he does have the pictures from the night that he was with Kat. So I do think he could probably use that if push comes to shove. But I feel like out of all the players right now, the mayor is definitely the smaller one to worry about. The bigger thing now that they have to figure out outside of everything else is what is going on with this POW group of people, right? We see that when the secretary was putting the pieces together of the fact that all those guys, again, like I said, I loved it in the show when he looked at the photo and said, oh, check out, see if they're POWs. POWs because he's like, the military was segregated at the time, so there's no way these guys should have been in a picture together if it was a platoon photo. And she kind of put, which again, like kudos to the show for talking about that, because I keep forgetting that even in the last episode, they brought out the fact that the black people could not go through the front of the hotel. He had to go through the back. And Addison's wife saying that she could use her white privilege to get the reporter arrested if she wanted to. So like I said, very different because Marvel doesn't usually talk about like world races that way. Typically in Marvel, it's mutant versus human if they talk about races. But I love that. I mean, don't get me wrong, they do talk about racial issues too. There are definitely like subgenres of Marvel where they do go very much into political, racial, and economic issues. But you know what I mean? As a whole, the world of Marvel kind of stays away from it. So the fact that they're kind of tackling it directly here with the state of affairs, I think is just refreshing. But anyways, and it's not a thing, right? It's not a thing where it's like they're trying to make it into a, we need to focus on it. I just like that they're touching on the fact that it affects the story. But anyway, coming back, we see that the secretary was following that trail and she's like, okay, POW camps. And remember last episode, she was like, didn't you go to that same war that they were in? Which again, I'm assuming is World War I at this point. So she's starting to put things together and clearly her mind works a lot like a detective's. And we see that as she was following that trail, you know, he grabs the reporter and he's like, hey, just pause on digging too deep with this whole POW camp and all this stuff. Like, just, you know, don't do too much while I figure some things out. And basically what I'm figuring out is that, like I said at the beginning of the episode, I think that Ben was in the same camp or a similar camp to what these guys were. And this is how Ben got his powers. That somewhere these guys were taken, they were used as military experiments or whatever, maybe scientific, we'll never know. Or I shouldn't say we'll never know, we don't know yet. And they were all given God knows what, and some of them came out with powers and some didn't. My guess is that with whatever batch of whatever they got, that Addison, Flint, and Lonnie got, it was, something was off with it because, you know, we already heard that apparently their diagnosis is not good, that it's going to hurt them. Again, that may not have been true, but either way, that's what they were told. Whereas we still don't know how Ben got his powers, and it doesn't look like it's lethal to him in any way that we know of. But yeah, there's definitely a correlation between this POW experience, Ben, these guys, and I feel like Ben is trying to maybe keep the lid on how he got his abilities, because my guess is that's something he's not shared with anyone, let alone the secretary. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see, because we know that with Peter Parker, pretty much every rendition of it, it's being bitten by a spider, right? Where the spider comes from varies from story to story, but we all know that Peter Parker got bit by a radioactive spider or a spider that had some type of mutation, and that was what made him Spider-Man. We don't know how it happened with Ben. So I think that's where they're kind of leading to the fact that we're going to get to the origin story at some point. So anyways, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I really enjoyed the witty banter and using more of a brain trap than a physical one in this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.